So at this point, I'm sure you're saying, well, this information has been really useful, but how can I get more of it? Some of the things here I could really use in my business, or even if I'm here and I'm thinking of starting a business, if there was some opportunity. So just allow me a few minutes where I want to just talk to you about the CARIRI Business Hatchery Programme. It's a program where we are trying to really build better businesses. And I'm not sure in the room if there are people who are currently doing a small business, but they're also currently employed and they're just waiting for that day where the business really starts to bloom and they can quit the job that they're doing and really get into the business where their passion is at. Or perhaps you're running that business and you're still trying to figure out, how do I meet all my expenses, how I manage my cash flow. Or perhaps you're like this guy here who needs to have at least 6 hands because you're doing everything and you're struggling to get it all done. You're the person who's doing the ideation, the decision making, delivering to your customer, and how do you get all of that done? So the Business Hatchery Program is hoping that we can help you in that regard of giving you tools to help you run your business better. So if you want to get to know how you can get more customers, how you can reach your customers better, what price you should be charging for your product or service, how to manage your finances, how to pitch your business to get an investor or a customer. So the Business Hatchery is a 3-month program that we have. It includes 5 workshops. And one of the real treasures of the program is that you get those one-on-one sessions. So in addition to the workshops, which will be in a group setting, you have the opportunity on a weekly basis to have a conversation, a consultation with a coach who will help you to develop your own business. And just to give you a little more information on the different components of the program, there are 5 workshops, as I mentioned. So it starts with customer validation. And some of the questions you might want answered at that point would be, who could be my customer? So a lot of people know who their current customers are, but there may be other people that could be your customer. Or why is my customer currently buying from me? And how can I improve what I'm offering my customer so that they are more delighted with the experience that I give them? Our next workshop is then market research and strategies. And this is where you may answer, how can I increase the number of customers I have? Are there other persons who could be my customers? What strategies should I use to reach my customers so that it's much more effective? Then we go into accounting and finance, and here we develop cash flow and income statement projections for your specific business. And as you can tell from Natalia's presentation, how important it is to be able to do those cash flow projections for your business. And we also look at the cost of your product or service that you're providing, and what are the elements of that cost, and what pricing strategies you could be using to get a better, more competitive advantage in your business. Then we talk about business models. And as Laura had mentioned, how do you develop a competitive business model? Because if we look at the world today, the companies that have transformed industries, they do that not by different products. What they're transforming with is really that business model. So how do we combine those elements of our business to create competitive advantage? And we encourage you to develop ideas on how you can improve on your existing business model. And our last workshop is on business pitch. And this is where we help you to develop a pitch where you can use this information for customers to communicate to anyone who you may meet that you need quick feedback on your business. And one of the other treasures of this program would be that at the end of the 3 months, and you've developed your business pitch, you get the opportunity to pitch your business to a panel of experts. And Ms. Rahamatullah has been on our panel from GMMB, and some other persons from the Supermarket Association, Export TT. So they give you some good advice, point you in the right direction. So at the end of it, you're getting the opportunity to expose your business to people who are influential in the business community as well. And one of the things we recognize about early stage entrepreneurs is that they need a lot of flexibility. So our program caters for that. Right now, we're looking at a start date around March the 3rd of 2022. And our sessions are currently all virtual on a Thursday between 1 to 4. Those would be the workshop sessions. So as I mentioned before, we have 5 workshops. And all these workshops are also recorded. So once you've attended your workshops, you get the recordings. So after you've left the session, if you need to review something, you may have missed something, you have that opportunity as well to look back at the session. So having virtual sessions have been an added bonus for our participants, whereas in the physical, they would not have had any recording. So now it's even better. And as I mentioned before, we have the weekly coaching where those are quite flexible in that they are not on a specific date. We work with you, the entrepreneur, and your times. So some of our entrepreneurs prefer to have early morning sessions, and those can be at 7 o'clock in the morning, where we would meet with you before your other work activities start. So, or we can meet with you at lunchtime. So there is that flexibility in terms of the coaching sessions. So what we're looking at is really a time commitment of 1 to 2 hours a week. The 3-hour sessions would be for the workshops, but the coaching sessions are generally an hour long. And you may be asking, well, what are the benefits? Why join this program as opposed to other hatchery type or incubator type programs? We really focus on trying to give you practical tools, things that you can implement in your business immediately. And you're in a group setting with people who are just like yourself, entrepreneurs of your same size. So you all are all experiencing the same challenges. And that helps to really form networks, because we are not working on our own. And a lot of times we see our participants forming relationships, working with other entrepreneurs in the cohort. And at the end, you join an alumni where you will join an alumni that is actually quite large right now of small entrepreneurs like yourself. And you can share resources, share know-how. We also get continued support from CARIRI. We have the business development services where you may need additional advice specific to your business, and you can come to that unit. We are always having CARIRI type events where we help our entrepreneurs. Just 2 weeks ago, we had an ideation workshop for our alumni. So we're constantly always looking at how we can help you and work with you. Other support services of CARIRI would be our ICT unit, where we can help you with e-commerce, inventory management software, and similar things of that nature. There's also contract processing for persons who may be producing a product at their home and they want to move into approved food certified premises. You can rent our facilities, and we also offer a virtual IP clinic, as Laura had mentioned, where we have to learn about trademarking and securing our intellectual property. We give you that direct contact with our Transvago Intellectual Property Office to help you secure your intellectual property assets. So there is a cost to the program, and the cost of the program is $3,800. We do have some flexible payment arrangements. We can pay it in 2 parts. Some producers have chosen to even pay on a weekly basis because how their business operates, they can get paid from their customers on a weekly basis. That's how they manage their cash flow. You can also pay per workshop, which would be $760 a workshop. And if you want to have a partner join you, the cost of that training as well would be an additional $1,000. So as I mentioned, we've been doing this for 8 years, and but we've met Laura and myself, and the person in colored fruits photograph is Cleo Rama. She's here on this Zoom with us, and she's also very important to get to know her. We've had more than 200 entrepreneurs pass through the program in the last 8 years. So we've had a lot of iterations of this. We really encourage you to come and join and be part of our network. So before I end, I just want to share with you our some words from some of our graduates.
I was actually looking for a program that could help me to take my business to the next level. I wanted to understand different things. So in terms of finance, how do I properly budget for what I want to achieve for my business? How do I know what market to target, exactly what they want, where are they? How do I really articulate to my customers what I can possibly offer to them? And I was going through Facebook and I saw this advertisement for this Business Hatchery Program, and I realized that just what I was looking for, the content seemed to describe that. So whether it was finance and accounting, market research, understanding your value proposition, the Hatchery Program seemed to be in perfect synergy with what I was looking for.
Sometimes you may have a business idea, but you may need to tweak it if you really want to take it to the next level. It doesn't mean that your original idea was a failure, but if you want to take it in along a certain road, then you may need to fine-tune it a bit. And this is where the Business Hatchery helps you, because you are able to objectively assess your business idea, and see how you can take it forward.
I had an idea, and it entailed somehow figuring out a way to get the bush in the backyard, the orange peel dangling from the kitchen window, into a viable product. And based on the elements that I saw in the hatchery program, the basic overview, I thought, hey, this program can help. And I spoke with a friend who actually did the program in the previous cycle, and he wholeheartedly endorsed it. So I thought, why not give it a try?
Since I have completed the program, I have actually gone forward and done some things to improve my business that came out at me that I could possibly do. For example, redesigning my labels, really making it more attractive for my customers, really understanding the market. So now I know in terms of how I want to promote the business, how I'm going to direct that. And really honestly, in terms of cost, projecting better. You know, sometimes when you have a small business, you want everything, you want it to be perfect, but it also has to make business sense, because the only way you can make profit or any real amount of revenue is to manage your cost. So I've been doing that since then, and it's going pretty good.
My basic understanding of business initially was I spend $5 If I can make 10, well then hey, that's a profit. But after going through the program, I realized that there's a whole lot more to it, from the market research, which allowed me to dig deeper and identify specifically who I want to sell to, who I should sell to, who's interested in my products and services, as well even perhaps how do I develop my product from packaging to labeling, go straight across the board. At the end of the day, it basically allowed me to realize that I can focus and be more efficient and effective with the resources that I have available.
Okay, so thank you so much for listening to me. And if you are interested in being part of the hatchery, you can send an email to businesshatchery@cariri.com, or you can call 299-0209. We will give you a free business consultation if you are interested. Just leave your name, contact number, and email address so that we can contact you to set up that business consultation. And I will now ask Laura to run the poll to let us know who might be interested, and we will take questions at the end of my presentation.